It's very basic, fundamental, what I always introduce my new clients with first. There's a strong disconnect a lot of times through our legs and our bellies, but our legs are connected to our bellies. We are not in two halves. Our legs connect to our bellies way up here. So learning how to pick your legs up from the strength of your belly is super duper key in Pilates and a lot of the Pilates movements and in life. We walk upstairs, we do these things all day long, and most of the times we work in two halves. So here we're gonna try to bring you into one solid unit. So you're gonna take a big inhale using that expansive breath, and then exhale for 2, and then just think about floating that left shin up parallel to the ceiling. Inhale, place it down, and then exhale, float the right shin to the ceiling. Now I want you to notice if when you're lifting, you're pushing your back down. We have a curved lumbar spine. Some of us are more curved than others. I never want you to feel like you're pressing your low back into the mat, right? If you're using your belly, I want your tailbone to feel like it's rooted. The sacrum can feel like it's resting on cotton balls. And then just trying to focus, set the intention that you're picking your leg up from your belly. Using the knitting of the ribs, the scooping of the belly on the exhale. And when you feel that connection to belly and leg, your leg's gonna feel light. If you're picking it up from the quads or the superficial hip flexors, it'll feel heavy, like your leg will feel like it's heavy. When the belly lifts it, there's the sense of light and floating feeling, and that's what we want to get to. It's very nice, floaty. Who doesn't want to be light and floaty, right? So now working with, I went a little bit ahead of myself, but going back to that pelvic articulation, I'm going to try to have my hands out of the frame so you can see my sides. Really, we want our hands to be pressing down into the mat. So I'm going to have them there for now, and I'll just do a couple practice. So just like cat and cow, thinking about using the belly to wrap the tailbone, and then exhale, reach the tailbone away. Now again, it's easy to do this, right? We're not doing that. You're gonna start from a neutral pelvis, so a squared pelvis. A good way that I like to test that is take the butt of my hands and my middle finger, find my pubic bone, and I should be able to set my cup of coffee or very expensive glass of wine there without it spilling on me or away from me. So this is like way lordotic, and this is like super kyphotic, right? So tucked pelvis, big crazy lordosis pelvis, okay? We want to be in a place of neutrality, although it's not my favorite word to use when thinking of the body, but that's what I got. So starting from that neutral pelvis, inhale, start to curl the pubic bone, wrap the sits bones into the backs of the legs, using the belly, letting the back of the neck get long, and then exhale, stretching, reaching the pubic bone away from the belly button. And you will kind of go into that lordotic spine, but it's safe because the belly is stretching. You're not just sending weight down there. And again, thinking about using the belly to lengthen the vertebrae along the mat. You're not pressing into the mat, you're lengthening along the mat. And then exhale, reach back into that little bit of extension. Good. So noticing the difference in your pelvis and then coming back to that place of neutrality. Gotta find another word for that I like. So feeling that difference. And then go ahead and bring your legs with control of the belly back up, and then take your arms to the ceiling. thinking about pressing the ceiling away from you. Notice if your shoulders want to lift off, so keep the shoulders, the shoulder blades wide, spread wide along the mat. So this is your cat and cow, right? This is that like dead bug, I think they call it in some places. Good. And then go ahead and curl your chin into your throat. You're gonna press your hands down, squeeze your inner thighs. We're gonna stay here with the legs in tabletop position. Now think about your underarms, your armpits. Send them down the length of your body. Keep the shoulder blades wide. Let the collarbones be wide. Curl the chin into the throat. You're trying to curl up, reaching from the crown of the head. Don't jut your chin forward. Keep the back of the neck long and reaching. Use the reach from underneath the armpits. Just take a big breath here. Exhale. Scoop the belly. One more inhale. And slowly roll down. Good. Place one foot down and then the other. Nice. Now things to notice, right? Holding our head up in space is very difficult. We do it all day long, super unconsciously. Text neck, hanging our head off of our spines, looking down. You know, I was a new mother. I look down at my baby a lot. So we just can get tight through the back of the neck. So feeling like you're doing a bicep curl for your chin, trying to pull your chin into your Adam's apple. Give yourself a double chin and lengthen up through the ears, the tips of the ears. This is gonna give you a lot of problems. Heavy ponytail, letting the top of the head lift you. Now notice if you do that, you wanna tuck your pelvis. Usually when we're working in alignment, we switch one thing and then something else wants to take over. So keeping that curl up, lengthen the neck. Just looking at myself, making sure I'm doing it, showing you. Now my pelvis tucked a little. So I want to keep my pelvis reaching long. Standing my pelvis out onto my legs. Ooh, lots of low belly there. Nice, and just practice holding this. And find, you'll feel it, you'll know. My belly is, whoo, it's got me though. I feel it got me. And then lengthen down. All right, that was fun, huh? So keep practicing that and I'll see you in class.